Good evening, madam. This will be our system analysis design mini project 2. We have done this presentation in a group of 4 people, and our members will be me, myself, Jainishwaran Analaki Sandiran, Yamuna Devi Anapurampan Chandrasekharan, Piraveen Analaki Manimaran, and Sanjana Anapurampan Sugana Balakumar. Okay, so the first question of mine is going to be preparing a proposed system interface design for the system administrator to set a minimum of 3 different user access level. In the one-page design, we must be including some of the requirements below. And the first requirement will be minimum of 5 suitable application of 8 user interface design guideline with clear labels. So let's look at our design interfaces and does it match all the 5 suitable applications of 8 user interfaces. So this will be the first page, the first interface, and the one labeled as number 1 is actually the exit button. So it's actually creating an interface that is easy to learn and use. As you can see in the interface, all the buttons and controls are labeled clearly. The interface is created with ease so that it is easy to understand by new users. So the newcomers and the new users doesn't need to be confused on how the buttons are going to work and which buttons are going to be for the which actions. All the buttons are clearly labeled. So let's look at the number 3, that is the sign up button. So it provides flexibility. How? So the main page doesn't only have a login button but also a sign up button. It directs the user straight to the sign up page where new users can sign up and create a personal account. Because if you go to the next page, it will be a login page, but then you can just skip the login page and go to the sign up page for the new users by clicking on the sign up button. So it provides flexibility. Next up will be number 4. It is labeled in the design there because it is about creating an attractive layout and design. The whole interfaces are designed with different colors to highlight each and every section to make it look unique. Okay, next up will be another login page that is enhance user productivity. It is labeled on the home button. Why is it so? Because the second page and the third page both has a home icon. That home icon directs the users straight to the home page. This provides a clear shortcut for the users to go to the first page. So the users does not need to click on the back button many times to just go from one page to the home page. They just have to click the home button and they will be directed to the main page. Okay, then another login page interface is where the user can actually enter their username and password to just log in into the account. So the second login page is actually focusing on the data entry screen. The login page will be the place where the users will be entering their data. It is clearly labeled and shown where the users have to fill up the important data. Okay, so for question B, it's about having a minimum of 5 suitable screen elements and control features with clear labels. So the first one will be the interface have a big title showing and labeling the name of the company. So we can see that the name of the company is big enough and clearly displayed in the interface so that the users or new users can actually see and know what company and the company name is. So then the second up will be the interface have buttons to direct the users to the pages they want to go to. For example, the login button, if you click on it, it will direct you to the login page, and the sign up button will actually direct you to the sign up page. So it actually directs the users forward and back. And then number 3 will be the interface, a variety of colors to highlight and differentiate each and every sections of the interface. For example, if you can see the login page, but the writing is actually white in color, whereas the buttons are black with a black. It's the buttons are with white words and black background. And at the right hand side, there's one home button down there, which is actually white and black, and the purple color background is to just highlight the beauty of the interface. And then following up is the interface to have shortcuts for the users to go to the home page easily without clicking the back button many times. So if you click the home button once, it will straight direct you to the home page. And then following up is the interface to have created places user to data entries. For example, the username and password, there's where the user can actually enter their username and password. The interface to have back buttons to go to the previous pages or cancel any operations. For example, when you want to log in the username and password, you just want to go back because you want to do any other actions before logging in. You can just click the back button and the whole operation will be cancelled.
My name is Yamuna Devi, daughter of Chandrasekharan. My matric number is 21DDT21F2061. So now I'm going to explain about question 2, which is prepare a proposed system interface design for a new user to request access to enter company design lab using DAW using the system. In one page design must include the below requirements. So first question is minimum 5 suitable application of 8 user interface design guideline with clear label. So first I have marked is visibility of system status, which is it is provide flexibility in user interface design guideline. The user can see the status of their request on next page of the system to confirm the user that the request has been sent. The function of this user is always in form of system operation with easy to understand and able to visible the status display on the screen. So second is match between system and the real world, which is enhance the interface. The user can see an image of the dog they are requesting access to. This is represent information or places they want to access by showing the image for them to be confirmed. Third is user control and freedom, which is focus on data entry screen. The user can cancel their request at any time by clicking the cancel button. This is to offer user to undoing and redoing previous activities. This way, the system provides a way for user to leave the data entry system at any time without entering the current record. So first is consistency and standard, which is reduce input volume. The user interface is consistent with other company systems. The design of the system interface are similar to other platforms in terms of graphics and more. Our website page is to input necessary data only. We do not require input data that the user can retrieve from system file or calculate from the data. This reduces input error and data inconsistency. The fifth is aesthetic and minimalized design, which is create an interface that is easy to learn and use. The aim is to create a design that is easy for user to understand and remember for user. Keep the website minimum and tidy for user to fill up the blank. This benefits it's clearly labeled all control button and icon. It is also easy to navigate and allow user to correct easily. Okay, so second question that I'm going to do is minimum three suitable input control types for data entry and data capture with clear label. So the first one I'm going to do is input box for user details. Input box such as email, username, password, and everything for user to enter their details when they want to sign up. Second is drop down menu. Drop down menu for categories. For user can choose whether they are visitors, employee, or administrators for signing up, because when they are use employees or administrators, they have their own page so they can easily access to it without signing up. But if they are a visitor, that means they are a new user, so they have to sign up again to get into the page. And third one is checkbox. Checkbox is to remember the user. Once a new user has entered their details, when they click on the remember me, they don't have to sign up again. So the third one I'm going to do is minimum two type of input mask and three type of validation rules that are suitable with the clear design. So number one is text input mask. Number two is phone number input marks. And the type of validation rules is maximum number of character validation field, numeric validation field, and email validation field. So the fourth one is explain in details how each input mask and validation rules work based on design applied in 2C. So first is input mask. Input mask is text input mask. This input mask is used to ensure that the letters are entered in the correct format in the space provided and cannot enter any other characters. Second one is phone number input mask. This input mask is used to ensure that only digit values is entered in the correct format in the space provided and cannot enter any other characters. For example, phone number. Phone number only numbers digits or numeric values is can be entered, and any other that any strong characters or letters cannot be entered. The and the type of validation rules is maximum number of character validation field. This validation rule is to ensure that user did not exceed the maximum number of characters and digits in the required field. For example, for username, they cannot go more than few maximum number that we have set in the website. Second is numeric validation rule. This validation rule is to ensure that only digit values are entered in required field, like for example phone numbers. Third is email validation rule. This validation rule is to ensure that email address is entered in correct format. For example, the user have to enter the email using correct format like @ symbol.
For question 3, I have illustrated a system report interface to indicate access control of file and achieve data based on below requirement. So this is the summary report that I have made based on the statistics and analysis. So as you can see, I've made the charts. Daily employees access on average, which is 63. Daily guest access on average is 47. This is the bar chart, and this is the pie chart for the summary report, and this is the statistics. For question 3, one-page exception report design and explanation of the report purpose. So this is the exception report that I have done. First, a concise exception monitoring interface. Second, flexible filtering for exception analysis. Third, quick search and navigation. Fourth, informative summary and detailed records. Fifth, efficient security issue identification.
Hi, it's me Praveen over here, and my matrix number would be 21 DDT21 F2010. So I'm going to take over the question 4. So the question 4 on the report is that based on the functional decomposition diagram FDD that we have been developed on the project mini project 1. So based on that, today I'll explain how the unit tested is conducted based on this FTD diagram. I'll go each by each sections. There's totally 5 sections. That is the authentication, access control policies, administration, alerting, and even logging. Okay, so first, in the physical access control system, unit testing involved testing the 5 features separately, which I mentioned earlier. So, first, for authentication, for the unit testing, we created test cases to verify the functionality of different authentication methods, such as the ID scanner, we can see at the FD diagram, ID scanner, biometric scanner, and face scanner. We also tested each method with valid and invalid inputs to ensure accurate verification of authorized individuals. In addition, we also included scenarios like successful authentication failure also with incorrect credential, and handling of exceptional cases. So, number 2 is access control policies. So, in the unit testing for access control policies, we mainly focus on verifying the implementation of authentication and authorization techniques. This also includes checking the handling of exceptions and edge cases. So moving on to the third feature, that is the administration. So in conducting unit testing for the administration feature, AV created test cases to validate the functionality related to planning, supervising, and controlling the management and maintenance of the access control system. Additionally, we also verify if the only authorized users can perform administrative tasks such as the changing the changing the procedure of the access control system, like that. So that appropriate restrictions are in place for the unauthorized users as well. So the fourth one would be the alerting feature. So in carrying out the unit testing for alerting feature, we designed the test cases to validate the notification mechanism when suspicious activities are detected. We handle different methods of sending alerts such as the SMS, email, and alarms to ensure that alerts are triggered correctly when specified conditions or event occurs. Furthermore, we verify that the appropriate recipient receives the alerts. So this is all about the unit testing for the physical control access system. Moving on to the last one, the event logging. To conduct unit testing for event logging feature, we created test cases to validate the tracking and logging functionality. We also ensure that the system accurately logs the necessary information such as the user access items, denied access items, and yeah, lastly, we also ensure that the log data is stored correctly and can be retrieved when needed. So this is all about the unit testing conducted for the physical access control system for the five main features. Now, now that we're done with the unit testing conducted for the physical access control system, now I'm going to explain about how the integration testing is conducted uh, with the help of the FTD attached over here. So, first of all, what is the integration testing? Integration testing focuses on testing the interaction and integration between different components or modules within the system. So, in physical control access system, integration testing involves testing the authentication, access control policies, administration, alerting, and even logging features separately. So, first one would be the authentication. During the past authentication integration testing, our goal was ensure that the authentication feature integrated smoothly with the other system control components, such as the ID scanner, biometric scanner, and face scanner, which can be see at the FTD diagram over here. So, we also verify that the authentication process correctly interface with these scanners. Now, moving on to the second feature, that is the access control system. So, while conducting the integration testing, we aim to validate the integration between authentication and authorization and restriction area of management. We also conducted test cases to verify that the access control policies rely on the appropriate authentication and authorization mechanism to grant or deny access to specific restricted areas. Additionally, we also thoroughly examine the synchronization and coherence between these components, ensuring that they work seamlessly together with enforced access control system. So, moving on to the third feature, that is the administration. During the past administration integration testing, our focus was on testing the integration between the administration feature and other system components involved in managing the access control system. We also verify the interaction between the administration interface and the access control policies, ensuring that changes made during the administration were correctly reflected in the system behavior. Now, moving on to the last feature, that is the event logging. During the past event logging integration testing, our objective was to validate the integration between the event logging feature and other system components such as the access control policies and authentication. We also conducted test scenarios to verify if the access attempts, denied access attempts, and system issues were correctly logged and associate with the relevant users and system events. So, uh, to conclude, these are the integration testing conducted for the physical access control system by the help of the FTD diagram, that is the functional decomposition diagram. Thank you.
So for question 5, number 1, logging in into the system, I've created a login page. So the Sofix Solution Technology will be the name of the company and it is written big and clear, so it will be very visible for everyone to actually notice it. And a place where technology meets reality is the code for the company. There's a login button, sign up button, and an exit button. So these buttons actually can navigate the users to front and back. The login button is for the existing users with an existing account to log into the system. Sign up button is for the users to actually sign up and create an account so that they can log into the system. And the exit button is to close that application. This design is actually created simple and neat so that new users or existing users will be motivated and have the feeling of using this system again and again rather than being confused with all those messy designs.
So I'm going to explain about question 5, part 2, which is approve new user request for data center room access. So this is the main page for the new user request. Once they have clicked login from the sign up page, the new user can enter their details in the blank space provided, like for example, email, username, phone number, password, and categories. And also they can click on remember me. After they had entered their details in the blank space provided, their details can be viewed in next page when the request to access is processing. By clicking the confirm page, they can go to next page after entering all of their details. So after the user has entered the details in the blank space and when they click the confirm page, it will direct them to the second page where they can see whether their request has been approved, pending, or denied by clicking the button. So here is the example of the request has been approved and all the details that has been entered. For example, my email, my username, my phone number, and also my category will be shown in the next box after I click the approve user button. From that, I can know that I have been approved for my new user request access. So after I have been confirmed, I can click next to go to my website. So now I would like to pass my presentation to Sanjana. Thank you.
So this question 5 is delete a user from data center room access list. So I've made an interface for the room access list where you can see there's my name and my groupmate's name, and you have to press on the X button here to delete a user from the data center room access list. For question 5, edit user access permission, click on the Y button to edit user access permission. So on this interface, I've added one white button right beside the X and the tick button. So you can click on that and it allows us to edit the access permission. Thank you.
So, hi. Now we are going to look at the fifth component of the user training manual. So, this is the fifth one. So, the fifth interface is for the search a user to check all room access the user have. So, this is the interface we created for that. So, first, the use of this, like the general use of this interface, this page actually is to search for the user's access it got. So to do that, in the search field that at the above over there, we can enter the user's unique identifier such as the user ID or the name of the user into the search bar over there, and then press the search icon to start the searching process. And then uh, it will generate the result for the searching process. And there's also a short by option sort by option. So the usage of that is to, if we put any keywords into that, for example here that have been set to user ID, so it will sort by the user ID in the ascending order. So that's the purpose of that. And then there's also a page button over there. The usage of that is that we can directly annotate through different pages of the search results. So, and then there's the access column. So that's the main thing of this page. So there will be yes or no. So if the result is yes, means the user have access over the control room. If no, means no access. So this is all about the this page. Now we are moving to the sixth page of the system. So this is for the usage of report. So this page is ready to generate a report of all the users who have accessed data center room from a certain period of time. So this is the purpose of this interface. So first up there's the title, that is the report, and then there's two input bars, so that's the from and to search field. So we can literally enter our preferred time period of user record, like in which period of time we need the report. So in our case the question asks for the from the 31st January 2023 until 1st April of 2023. So we have also inputted the date over there to from and to. So if we press, then it will automatically generate the report. We don't have to press anything. So there'll be two columns of report to maximize the space, which will the data center room report will generate. So there'll be two button over the below over there. So one of the button is for printing. Okay, we can print the report on that period of time into a physical paper by pressing the print button, or if you want to save that into a soft copy, we can press the export button over there. Like we can export into any format, like in PDF or PNG for our preferred choice. So if we press the export button, it will save into a soft copy. So yeah, this is the main thing about the report interface to generate the report. Thank you.
Same goes to the question 5, number 7, logging out from the system. I have created this page for the users to actually log out from their account and exit the application. So when they go to the user profile there, it as usual it will be displaying the name of the company at the top, and below that will be a user profile with an icon over there. It will be rewriting. It will actually display our name, our full name, and then our user ID and what work are we doing in the company. For example, like me, I am an employee over there. So the next step will be a profile picture at the right hand side, and below the profile picture there will be an edit profile button and logout button. So edit profile button, we can actually edit the profile picture and all those important stuffs that we want to edit in our profile, and logout button will actually log us out from the system. That's all for our presentation, madam. Thank you.